In the animal kingdom, there are the strong, the fast, and then there are the ones that make you ask,
Wait, this thing is really a bird!
Today, you're about to witness a clash between two of the most bizarre creatures on the planet. In one corner, the cassowary, the flightless bird from the rainforests of Australia and Papua New Guinea, often called the last living dinosaur. This thing can run over 30 mph, jump like an NBA player, and kick hard enough to send you to the ER or straight back to the Jurassic. In the other, the shoebill, the silent assassin of Central African swamps. Looking like a weird genetic experiment between a crocodile, a stork, and Voldemort, the shoebill can stand still for hours without blinking, then strike with a snap that hits harder than an IRS audit. But this isn't just a meme showdown. We're breaking this down with science and a little bit of fun. From appearance and offensive power to hunting tactics, meme potential, and real-world survival skills, we're scoring each round to find out which of these weird birds is truly nature's final boss. Stick around till the end, you might just discover something these two birds have in common. With you on a Monday morning. Let's dive in. 1. Looks and shock value. Cassowary, a full HD dinosaur cosplay. The first time you see a cassowary, you'll swear you're being stalked by a velociraptor in drag. Standing nearly 6.5 feet tall and weighing over 130 pounds, it doesn't fly, but it runs like a track star with steak knives strapped to its feet. The showstopper, that helmet on its head called a casque made of keratin, the same stuff as your fingernails, buffalo horns, and apparently biological armor. Its feathers jet black goth party chic. Its neck and face neon blue and bright red, nature's way of screaming, "I'm from the Cretaceous, get out of my way." Cassowary energy is basically, I don't know who you are, but I'm ready to kick you before you introduce yourself. Shoebill, nature's failed PowerPoint slide. The shoebill is what happens when Mother Nature experiments with Microsoft Office and hits Ctrl+Z too late. Its beak, a massive shoe-shaped monstrosity over 8 inches long, like someone clicked in large mouth and forgot to undo. Its eyes small, round, unblinking, the kind of stare that judges your life choices and your posture at the same time. With ash-gray feathers and a statue-still posture, the shoebill often looks at you like you're the typo in the evolutionary blueprint. And the most unsettling part, it never smiles, never blinks, never waves hi, it just stands there for 6 hours watching. Cassowaries evolved to scare predators away, especially with that black plumage which signals danger in the natural world. Shoebills. They evolved to become swamp ghosts. Their statue-like stillness helps them sneak up on prey and freak you out for no clear reason. Scoring. Shock visual fact. 2. Biological weapons and real-world damage. You know what's scarier than a weird-looking animal? A weird-looking animal with built-in weapons honed by millions of years of evolution for one purpose only: to strike, stab, bite, and end you. And the bad news is both the cassowary and the shoebill aren't just aesthetically disturbing, they're fully capable of sending you to the hospital. Or straight to the fossil record if you mess with them on the wrong day. Cassowary, a Muay Thai fighter in bird form. Think flightless birds are weak. Picture a creature as tall as LeBron James, built like an NFL linebacker with legs that could punt you into orbit then wait for you to land so it can kick you again. Main weapon, the inner toe claw, up to 5 inches, 12 centimeter long, razor sharp, curved like a raptor talon and made for slicing. Cassowaries attack by jumping up and double kicking with both legs, a signature move that hits with enough force to break human bones. Not a joke, in 2019, a man in Florida was killed by a cassowary strike, documented fatality. According to behavioral studies from Australian Wildlife Services, cassowaries are one of the very few bird species known to cause serious injuries to humans, especially when threatened or protecting a nest. Shoebill, the silent snap, no mercy included. If the cassowary is a street brawler, the shoebill is a silent assassin landing the hit before you even know a fight started. Its beak, over 9 inches long, 24 centimeters broad, and brutally powerful, strong enough to crush armored African lungfish snakes, lizards, even baby crocodiles. When it snaps, it makes a sound called a bill clap, like a suppressed air gun, and usually the finisher. The shoebill doesn't need many moves, just one. Right target, right moment, game over. Research from the African Bird Club shows that the shoebill's bite force and strike precision rank among top-tier predators even though it lacks talons like eagles. What's scarier, it rarely misses once it commits. Cassowaries are reactive attackers. Cross into their territory and they'll come at you with zero hesitation. Shoebills are ambush specialists, low movement, high efficiency. One opening is all they need to snap your neck like it's a documentary ending. If these two actually clashed, Cassowary would strike first with its legs, but Shoebill, it just needs that one perfectly timed snap to the throat straight out of an R-rated nature thriller. Scoring: real-world damage potential. And we're only through round 2. Coming up next, criteria 3, hunting tactics and terrain control, where one bird hunts like a ninja and the other just stands there, but you still wouldn't dare get close. In this round, we're diving into mind games, tactics, psychology, and how these two bizarre birds own their environment. Because not all winners are fast, some just wait for the right moment. Cassowary, the agile defender with sprinter reflexes. Cassowaries aren't predators, but they dominate the jungle with sheer presence. They don't chase prey, they make everything else step aside. With sprint speeds over 30 mph, 50 km/h, vertical jumps close to 6 feet, and those deadly legs, the cassowary is a reactive powerhouse, evading, repositioning, then striking back like a tactical athlete. Their turf: the dense tropical rainforests of Papua New Guinea, a world where silent steps, sharp vision, and split-second reflexes mean survival and dominance. A study from CSIRO Australia notes that cassowaries rarely initiate conflict but are frequently observed using a strategy known as block and control, standing their ground, posturing assertively, and forcing others to yield. It's territorial intimidation by aura, like an alpha silverback gorilla but in feathered form. Shoebill, the stillness that kills. If cassowary is movement like fire, then the shoebill is stillness, like a mountain that just might decapitate you. The shoebill barely moves. It will stand for hours, frozen in place in the swampy, reed-filled wetlands of Central Africa. Then when prey gets close, it might shift slightly or not at all before unleashing a lightning-fast strike that usually ends things right there. What's terrifying isn't just the attack, it's the timing, eerily perfect, unnervingly calm. According to the Journal of Avian Biology, the shoebill uses a method called still hunting, an ancient predator tactic requiring insane patience, keen awareness, and near meditative control over body rhythms. Most birds can't sit still long enough to do this effectively. The cassowary commands its jungle with mobility reactions and an undeniable biological presence. It's a living jungle boss. The shoebill controls its swamp like a ghost sniper, master of silent shadows and surgical timing. One is threat in motion, the other is execution in stillness. So, would you rather wander into the jungle with a cassowary or get stuck in a swamp with a shoebill? Scoring: hunting tactics and terrain control. But remember, winning isn't just about how you hunt. It's about how you exist in a world full of danger. Criteria 4, defense and survival strategy. In jungles and swamps, survival isn't always about being the strongest. It's about defending yourself at the right time, in the right way, with the right instincts. Cassowary, when defense means striking. First, watching a cassowary in the wild, you'll notice it doesn't run, it doesn't blink, it just stands there, lifts its head, locks eyes with you, and slowly walks forward like you just insulted its ancestors. Cassowary's defensive strategy is all about preemptive intimidation. At nearly 6.5 feet tall, armed with dagger-shaped claws, it rarely needs to chase anything. Its mere presence is enough to make most predators think twice. When truly threatened, by dingoes, pythons, or even humans, it turns sideways, springs upward, and launches a devastating kick, often aimed at the chest or throat. It also picks its escape routes wisely, running through steep forest trails where speed and terrain help it disappear fast. According to the Queensland Museum, cassowaries are rarely injured by predators thanks to a deadly combo of visual warnings, aggressive defense tactics, and top-tier mobility. Shoebills don't rely on claws or brute force to defend themselves. They rely on something far more unsettling: stillness. When faced with threats like adult crocodiles, humans, or even drones, the shoebill doesn't flee, it stands still, and in some rare cases, it even walks slowly toward the threat. No rush, no fear, just pure, "You sure about this?" energy. This absolute motionlessness is an incredibly effective survival strategy in swamp environments. Predators can't tell where the bird ends and the reeds begin, and if cornered, its bite can injure a young crocodile. No bluff. The Journal of Behavioral Ecology calls this strategy aggressive stillness, a psychological defense where unpredictability and immobility confuse attackers into backing down. Both birds are masters of their terrain, but when it comes to adaptability, quick reaction, and flexible escape plans, Cassowary has a slight edge in dynamic environments. Scoring, defense, and survival strategy. And now, the battle is more intense than ever. Only one round remains. Final round, ecological impact and survival legacy, where we discover which bird truly matters more to life on Earth. Cassowary, the rainforest's giant gardener. Don't let the cassowary's raptor ready to rage aesthetic fool you. Beneath the prehistoric armor is one of the most important ecological workers in the tropical rainforest. Cassowaries are seed dispersal champions. Their diet includes over 150 species of wild fruit, some with tough outer shells that only the cassowary's digestive system can handle. Seeds that pass through the cassowary's gut don't just survive, they thrive thanks to the enzyme-rich digestive juices that boost germination. And with daily treks of over 3 miles, 5 kilometers, cassowaries help spread these seeds far and wide, reaching places wind water or other animals simply can't access. A study from the Rainforest Conservation Society warns, if cassowaries disappear, biodiversity plummets. Many plant species literally have no other way to have babies. Shoebill, the silent regulator of the swamps. Shoebills may not deliver seeds, but in the African wetlands, they play a deadly serious role in maintaining balance. As apex ambush predators, they keep populations of lungfish, eels, snakes, and even young crocodiles in check, stopping any one species from dominating and tipping the ecosystem out of balance. Unlike chaotic pack hunters, shoebills don't disrupt the food web with overkill. They strike with surgical precision, eliminating just enough to stabilize without collateral damage. That said, they're in trouble. With an estimated population of only 3,000, 5,000 shoebills are endangered due to habitat loss and illegal hunting. BirdLife International lists them as a species of conservation concern, noting that their extinction would cause serious shifts in wetland food chains and ecosystem structure. So who matters more? Cassowary is a keystone species keeping hundreds of rainforest plants alive and thriving. Shoebill is a top-tier regulator ensuring predator-prey dynamics stay balanced in fragile wetlands. But when it comes to irreplaceability and long-chain ecological influence, the cassowary pulls ahead. Because when the cassowary disappears, the trees disappear. And without the trees, the rainforest is no longer a rainforest. Scoring, survival skills, and ecological impact. A tight race, a strange showdown, but one thing's clear. Whether it stares you down or kicks you across the forest, nature doesn't make weak weirdos, only legends and feathers. After 5 intense rounds, from shock factor looks and biological weapons to long-term ecological impact, we now have a complete picture of 2 of the weirdest and most dangerous birds on the planet. The winner, Cassowary. With a total of 22 stars, the cassowary pulls ahead thanks to its overwhelming physical power, vital ecological role, and a fearless defense strategy that puts most predators to shame. But don't be too quick to call the shoebill a loser. The shoebill dominates in a different arena, its aura. It wins with an unmatched presence, a cold-blooded hunting style, and a death stare so intense, no human walks away unfazed.